Y'all, the plot thickens. The plot just keeps on getting thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker in this whole Nene Leakes suing Bravo, NBC Universal, Andy Cohen, the producers of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, as well as naming Kim Zolciak in the suit, okay? But not suing Kim Zolciak. Okay, so we talked to you guys the other day about the lawsuit in general and specific instances of Kim Zolciak's alleged problematic behavior that was allegedly overlooked by the network. And when Nene Leakes apparently went to the network to complain, she was allegedly punished, and Kim Zolciak was allegedly, given spinoff after spinoff after spinoff, season after season after season. So now we've got some more headlines that are quite intriguing, and we're going to point out a couple of things, and then we're going to let you guys decide exactly where this whole situation will ultimately end up, or at least what your predictions are. Now, if you guys haven't followed the channel before, I'm DJ Richie Skye, Skye Squad. We are back in the building. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell button. Oftentimes, I'm watching videos on YouTube and I just completely forget to hit the subscribe button, but it does help the channel grow. So I appreciate that. Now, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the news. Okay. So, Radar Online is reporting that apparently Nene Leakes is accusing Bravo of using her $824,000 tax debt to silence problematic allegations. Okay. And when we use the term problematic, I think you guys understand exactly what I'm talking about. I'm using that word instead of the R word because it's just a little bit more family friendly for YouTube. Okay. So, with that out of the way, so they are saying that Nene Leakes is exposing emails from the network's execs that told her it was bad for business to call out Kim Zolciak Biermann over these alleged problematic remarks. Okay. So I don't see the emails, okay, in this article. So I'm not sure where those emails are. I'm sure that anyone who is, into law can possibly find these emails if they are listed in the suit, but I don't know where they are. Okay. And they're not listed here. However, we talked about how Nene Leakes has alleged that they have fostered a hostile work environment and they allowed her, Kim, to make all of these comments without any consequences. They gave her a spinoff. And then they talk about the season where Kim ended up becoming a friend of the show. Now, allegedly, Nene's lawyer says in the days leading up to the premiere, Kim Zolciak Biermann's problematic behavior reared its ugly head again. Remember, the girls took a cast trip to Spain. Nene says the cast was told no husbands or families were allowed. Those were the rules, and they were supposed to apply to everyone. But as often happens, a second set of more favorable rules seem to apply to white Kim Zolciak Biermann, the suit reads. So Nene says that Kim refused to attend if her husband Croy could not come with her. The issue was brought up by Nene during the trip that Kim did not attend, which she claims led Kim and her daughter to launch into a problematic, offensive attack on her. In October of 2017, Nene says Kim and her daughter publicly attacked her by claiming that her home was a roach nest. So you guys may recall that tweet or that post here. Okay. Just wanted to be able to go back and reference that tweet or post or wherever it was at the time. I thought it was on Instagram, but it could have been on Twitter. I'm not necessarily sure because I know where Twitter is the wild, wild west. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was happening over there. But I think it might have been on Instagram. Anyway, or at least a message to other castmates. I'm not really sure. I can't remember back that far. So we have that bit of information. Then it goes on to say Mrs. Leakes and some of her fellow Black housewives were outraged by the claim that Mrs. Leakes' house was roach infested, a term that Mrs. Leakes and fellow housewives felt was problematic, offensive for its cultural implications of impoverished Black women living in the projects. Okay. So then Nene responded on social media writing, Kim and her daughter, oops, whole family are problematic. What her daughter did at my home was pure disgusting, problematic learned behavior, etc. Then the suit also says that Nene took the issue to NBC and Bravo along with Andy. Nene says that she was told that her reporting of Kim was not good for business and that she needed to take it offline. Now, at this point, she is alleging that the network forced her to remove the posts that she made on her page, but they allowed Kim to keep hers up. All right. She then says that Bravo executives flipped the script on her. Okay. She claims that they now began to hurl accusations of concern against Nene. Amongst other things, Bravo executives allegedly raised concerns about her social media, i.e., her response to the perceived problematic attack by Kim and her daughter, and about media reports of a tax lien that Mrs. Leaks had received. Okay. Now, Nene is alleging that the attacks on her related to her tax lien were clearly retaliatory. She pointed out the tax issues were first reported on in 2016, and Bravo said nothing until she raised issues about Kim. Okay. Thi- so when she was hit with the $824,000 tax lien, it was ultimately paid off, as is usually the case by a lot of these celebrities. And I'm just giving you guys a side note because it happens a lot, especially the more money you make, the more you're going to owe. Okay. As Karen Huger said, it takes millions to owe millions. Okay. Anyway, given that it was paid off in full, the suit is saying that yet NBC, Bravo, and True used this issue as a justification for having concern about Nene's professional future and then as a justification for silencing her during this time. In contrast, other non Black housewives were allowed to do much worse without consequence or even threat of consequence. Interestingly, Nene says that the network and Andy had no issue with Teresa Giudice, who faced years of tax issues, or Dorit Kemsley, who was hit with her own liens, and Bravo has yet to respond to the lawsuit in court at this time. And it's interesting to me because Teresa literally, I mean, she got sent away, okay? And the network waited an entire year before they would start filming The Real Housewives of New Jersey again because they did not want to film that show without her. Dorit and her husband have definitely faced, uh, tax and money issues that have been very, very prevalent in the media, yet rarely spoken about on the show. And even when it was spoken about on the show and it was brought up by Camille, it was deemed as, oh my God, how dare you expose her issues when the issues were already out there. In fact, Dorit was actually approached by someone who I believe allegedly during that year where they were, I think, in either the Bahamas or somewhere about the issue with her money by somebody who I guess maybe they owed money to. So there is some precedence for some reality stars to be able to get away with, having a lot of issues. Erica Jane, those issues have been made into storyline. Jen Shaw, those issues have been made into storyline. And I'm not necessarily sure how Nene's compare in terms of what she was going through, but I think it's just a harder justification because literally we've seen Nene and Kim interact on a personal level recently, or at least within the past year or two, that seems to indicate that they have a good relationship. For instance, I believe it was, and um, I saw this on Bro Chat where they reunited at an Atlanta convention in November of 2021, which was just about 5 months ago. And I'll pull that up to you now. You guys can see Nene and Kim on the stage together. They actually have a moment where they embrace each other right there. So we see those types of things. And I feel like because of that, it's pretty confusing as to what is going on. However, when you also take things back a step further, you can go back to the Jasmine brand, wherein, they had done an interview with her previously, and she talked about, you know, um, being mistreated behind the scenes, claiming that they hated me. And I just felt like I was a workhorse. I was just there to be a workhorse. You know, um, she was saying all of these things in 2021. I guess my confusion is in using the Kim Zolciak approach. For me, it's a little bit confusing because it almost feels to me like if I felt like someone was making a lot of problematic remarks against me and we were on the same cast, I would not want to work with that person, nor would I want to ever be friends with that person. And if that is going to be the basis for my suit, I feel like she almost has to prove that she had a contentious relationship with Kim over the years, more so than one that was of a forgiving nature, or a Kim and Nene back together again. But again, I'm not a lawyer, so this is not, that's not my wheelhouse. But I think it just confuses the audience because we're kind of like, wait, so we don't understand the inconsistencies of what we're seeing. Now, I'm sure that there are some great points that Nene has, and I'm sure that there are receipts that she does have that may prove what she's saying to be true. But I'm just saying that in the court of public opinion, it just the optics of everything are a bit confusing, especially even for me. And I feel like, like me, like a lot of you guys who watch the channel, we have been watching these shows for years. And we know that Nene Leakes has also had some, you know, we have to admit she's had some instances where she's, you know, pulling on the cameraman, um, showing up to leaving scenes when she got ready to leave the scene, or so it appeared, and it almost felt like she was bigger than the show at certain points, even though we have to admit that Nene Leakes is the face of Housewives, pretty much. So it's a difficult situation to try to really understand and navigate. And I just have to wonder if maybe at a certain point the network just wanted to cut ties with her, or they wanted to go in a different direction. I really don't know. But it'll be interesting to see what else comes out about this, because I'm definitely sure if Nene says that she has receipts, she has receipts. I would love nothing more than to see Nene Leakes back on our screens again, and especially in a Housewives capacity. So it, I doubt that. I feel like this bridge is completely burned to a crisp, but it just would be so nice if they could have found a way to work this out. And I want to know what it is that it's her end game. Is it monetary compensation at this point? Is it to be back on the show? What is the ultimate end game for Nene Leakes at this point in time? And hopefully we'll find out sooner than later. All right. So make sure you guys hit that notification bell button, hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you in the next video.